Haha, thank you. How y'all doing on this good old Saturday? Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. I forgot I had hit mute because Zani Money. Right before I went live, Zani Money came here and I thought y'all were going to hear me. So I hit mute, but I thought I unmuted again. Um, but um oh, Shirley left Miami. Um so just came on. I just got done with live. They're in there playing video games. I don't want to watch video games. So I come hang out with the people I like. I like them too, but I guess I like my family. I love them a little bit, just a little bit, but I don't want to watch video games. So I'm come hang out with y'all for a little bit um, until I have to go cook for tomorrow because I'm going to cheer competition. So I have to prepare their food tonight for tomorrow because I'll be at cheer comp. Yes, I'm bored because I don't want to watch video games. They're playing video games. I don't want to watch video games. So yeah, how are you guys doing? I know one thing. I don't think Facebook and YouTube like the fact that I just went live back to back. Because, honey, I'm not even going to lie. These numbers are dismal. Wow. I don't know. It's only been 2 minutes. We'll let it build up, but I'm not used to it being like that. These numbers are kind of dismal right now. So share it out. Share it out. Small business chat. We're just going to chat and answer any questions that you guys may have and all that kind of good jazz. So, how are you guys doing? How was sales for you guys? I know I've seen some posts and some people like, it was okay, but not quite. Um, as a crap, like, well, a creative, I never did Black Friday sales. Like when I was actually making stuff, I never did Black Friday sales. I always find that people tend to like for the kind of stuff I made, wait till the last second. I will put it out there and have like little fillers, but it was never my like busy day. Like when you go to the mall, because most people are out in the malls or the stores and they're looking for those big ticket items. They figure, okay, when it comes to your stuff, you're going to always be there. It may not sell out, especially if it's custom. A lot of people want to rush to the stores because these are things that may not be available anymore. Like once it's sold out, right? But if it's something that is customized, hey, you can make this for me anytime. So I do find that it's not always, it's good to get that build up and have it and you're pushing. That way, when they're coming, after the Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and all of that, then, you've put the information out there, but, don't stress if your sales are not where you wanted them to be at, and what you were projecting for Black Friday, small business, and Cyber Monday. Hopefully Cyber Monday, because a lot of them have gotten like all of this stuff out of their system. Cyber Monday will be better for you, but keep pushing past this. Even have maybe, if you had already planned to have these sales and you didn't quite get the sales that you were expecting, hey, if you did get those sales this week, guess what? If you do it in like 2 weeks, it's really no difference in what you were projected to profit. So if you didn't quite make it, then make sure that you keep pushing, and maybe do a sale closer to for those last minute people. So yeah. She says, I didn't get a notification on Facebook, only on YouTube. Yeah, I don't know. The numbers are very, very low. And that's kind of surprising for SILAHOLICS Anonymous's YouTube. That's kind of surprising where it is right now. Hello, how are you? Hello, Ty Johnson. How art thou? Downloading all those files I brought yesterday from Design Bundles. I ended up not going back. So hopefully I'll go back and there's still some stuff because it's until December 2nd. But I didn't make it back on there yesterday. So hello. Hey. Hola. All right. So what's up? Any questions for me today? How are you guys doing? Y'all not gonna talk to me? Y'all just go sit here and look at me? I'm feeling a whole lot better. I wanted to talk to y'all yesterday, but honey, I could not. I was out of it. And then because I had the scratchy throat, who y'all, if y'all just saw my overreaction to thinking that I somehow got COVID, but I'm normally very, very careful. Like my family looks at me like I'm crazy because I mask up. I make the kids mask up. They're like, but I don't care. When I wash my hands, even when I sanitize up to my elbows and wash. And so when I had the scratchy throat, I darn near lost it. That was the worst 30 minutes of my life waiting for the quick swab to come back, like the rapid test. That was the hardest 30 minutes of my life. And I was just like, whatever. And then MJ asked about the vaccine because he thinks that he can go out inside and play with his friends if he gets the vaccine. But he asked about it. We talked about it. I let him get it. And so I ended up going with him to get it. And we both got the first shot. And yeah, my arm hurts. I'm finally tuned into learning Silhouette Studio. It no longer intimidates me. Yes. Awesome. It's not that bad. You just got to get in there. It really isn't that bad. I mean, any design program, anything that's new might be a little bit intimidating, but it's a lot of redundancy. So once you get used to that, it really is quite easy. My daughter Aubrey says, "Hi, Professor." Hi, Aubrey. How are you? She needs a membership. She's 7. She tells me every time she sees notification. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. You can join and you can be a 365 creator anytime. It's never too early to start being creative. Okay. So anytime when you are ready, we got a spot for you over at the Academy. Okay. I popped in earlier and you talked about a different ink. What is this ink and what's the difference between it and sub ink? So what, the Pigment ink or my Formula B? Which one? Because I was still talking about, yeah, exactly, right? So are you talking about when I was talking about the difference between Pigment ink and Sublimation ink, or just my Formula B and then my signature ink? I have a question or questions. What is your take on the Cameo 4 Pro? Does it do the same as the Cameo as the 4, but on a larger scale? Does it cut intricate cuts like the 4? Thank you for always dropping gems. So, okay, wait, I'm coming back to you, Erica. So the difference just is, I mean, it's a little bit different from the inks that's like the crazy part when you have an overseas vendor. You have no control over your product really. And if they source their pigment from somewhere else or they mess up a formula, you're kind of stuck. So they sent us not our signature ink, like our ink in the bottle is black. This has more of a brownish tone to it. And it also is not up to my standards when it comes to the label. Like this is Trey Ghetto. This does not scream a professional company. I don't like for people to think of us at think of me and our company as just someone who does YouTube videos or I'm just a social media influencer and stuff. Like we run an actual company and we have certain standards. And this right here just wasn't it. I mean, the ink is not bad, but the colors are not where they should be. And then this right here, I told them like, this is just a no for me. Like that is not professional. That is just whatever. But I was ready for it to just sit and never see the light of day. And in talking with some folk, a couple of my mentors and just people who I communicate with about business, they told me like, Shakia, you're tripping, you're stressing for nothing. I mean, it's a product there. I had already tested it. I mean, I put it in the printer, I tested it. It's a very, even in the 7720, it's a very slight, like my husband said, Shakia, I don't see the difference. I saw the difference, especially in the Bahamian flag. So with like a workforce printer, a Pigment Ink one, there is a difference. Like my standard was like that Bahamian flag. It just looked different. And then it put a lot of reddish tones on there. But it's product that we have here. It made like it's just taking up our warehouse. We went to the warehouse because we have a shipment of 8 pallets, like humongous pallets coming in. And we were trying to figure out like, okay, you know, do we have to end up getting another one for that ink, for that paper, because we have a lot of boxes. That's the thing, like with this business is it's not just the products. We have there's 4 different types of paper. So there's 4 different size boxes. Then we have boxes for the 3 different size rolls. So imagine that, right? And then we have the boxes for the heat tape. So like as far as like how we ordered it, even though it's like the same size of a different box, but it's how we ordered it. Then I have the boxes for the ink. And then there's another box for something. Oh, like our really, really big boxes. So like if it's like a really big order, we have these big, humongous boxes, right? So we literally have 10 different size boxes in our warehouse. And when you get the boxes, they don't come like stacked. I mean, they do come like flat, but we have a lot of paper. So it's a lot of stuff in there in the storage in the warehouse. So we were going through and we're trying to figure out, okay, well, can we still get it in here? It'll be a tight fit. Like maybe we'll pull out all of the paper that we currently have and push that to the front, put all of the other, like they're coming to the back, and make sure that we strategically put the rolls and the tacky sheets to the front so we can get to them. And it's just the ink. Like that ink is taking up a lot of freaking space. So I was like, you know what? We need to just go ahead and get rid of it. So I did the test, and this, I mean, it actually isn't that bad. So for eco tanks, for me, this part right here was the most unprofessional part. Like I just couldn't. Like my standard, like this just looks like somebody slapped it on. And I never want anyone to look at our product and just be like, oh, like, I don't know. Me, I know how I am. And I would have looked at this like, oh, they just slapped that label on there. But we decided to go ahead at a discounted rate because we took a loss on it because we had to not really take a loss, but they had to send us new ink anyway. And if not, we would not have had any ink to sell, like for Black Friday and stuff like that. So I went and I tested it and stuff like that. And it really, you can't tell the difference in the EcoTake printers because those are off anyway. There's like very, very slight differences, like slight differences in them. So yeah, we just made it to where this is our EcoTank ink, and it's just going to be temporary. Once all this is gone, it won't come back. So this is just, we're selling it, it's going to be discounted, and we just want to get rid of it. So like make room for other products. No, it's Sublimation Ink. It's Sublimation Ink. So back to your question as far as the Pro. You got to be new here because anybody who knows me knows that I don't recommend the Pro at all. If you feel like you need a wide format printer, it's better to get an actual, not wide format printer, wide format cutter. It's better to invest in a true cutter that has a very good motor. With the way that Silhouette motors are made, it's just pointless to have such a wide cutter. It's super, super loud. Like I was end up helping someone. I'm like, oh wow, like the 4 Pro is louder than any of the other ones. And it's just the way that it cuts, it's just not worth it. Put in a couple more coins and get a true like plotter, get a true cutter. Silhouette definitely should just stay in the 12. I'll even give them 15-inch range, but that 24, no, don't waste your money. If you want a large one, look into like either GrabTex or US Cutter has some and things like that, but don't get the Cameo 4 Pro. Which video do you recommend to learn the different functions? I tried to keep up with a beginner video of yours. Your shortcut game is real. Just, yeah, I'm addicted to shortcuts now. And I try so hard not to use so many of them. You can get in on the shortcuts too. That's why I try to say like, if you like a keyboard shortcut for Control-G, I'll try and say you can right click in group, or you can go to the icon, you can go here to show where things are. As far as my YouTube videos, I mean, they're not meant to be necessarily like classes. Like their videos are all kind of different things. And then like the quick start or quick tips kind of goes over some of the basics, and it's like broken down, like those like little 15-minute videos. To really learn it, I'm going to be perfectly honest, my academy is probably the best way to learn Silhouette Studio, because we really take it and we break it down. And the cutoff for it is right after Christmas. I figure people will get cameos and they'll want training and stuff like that. So I'm going to leave the membership open. But right at 2022, the membership is closing, and it will not open back up. You will not be able to join until September of 2022, because it's a year program that they're in right now. My Essentials to Silhouette Studio, perfect for learning it. Wait until Monday. It will be on sale along with all of my other classes. So I have classes that go over like designing and stuff like that. I have changed in how I teach classes now. Back then, because I was trying to put so much information in my classes, I mean, they're still wonderful, but it was more so like just me kind of showing. I always ask if they have questions, but it wasn't necessarily like a follow for follow. I've changed that, but then by me doing that, prices go up, and then it's like I really have to stick to like one thing, like literally one thing. So because when people are trying to follow along, it makes the class much, much longer. Before, I tried to give you as much information, and then you can go back and watch it and then like pause it and take notes and all of that. But some people want the kind of you do it, I do it type situation. And that's kind of how my classes are going now. But all of those videos, all those classes will be on sale on Cyber Monday. You'll be able to pay one price and get access to every single boot camp, every single a la carte class that I have done over the past 2 or 3 years or something like that. Actually, I would say probably like year and a half, because I think the other ones, so most of the other ones I've redone. So I'm going to probably pull those. But like for the past, like definitely year and a half to 2 years, all those classes will be available like in one, like you'll be able to buy it and get access to all of them, lifetime access. Or if you just want one single class, the classes will be on sale for 60% off on Monday. So you can look into that. Essentials to Silhouette Studio. Anybody that wants to learn Silhouette Studio definitely needs Essentials. I think that was you that asked if there was a video for like the different tools and functions of like the designer edition. It really isn't like, I can go over to Silhouette Studio. It really isn't like a major like, the basic functions doesn't change. Once you go to designer, like you just see what the other features like are. No, Formula B is still Sublimation Ink. It's not Pigment Ink. It's still Sublimation Ink. It's still Sub Ink. Hey Shakia, is all the Ego Tanks colors off, including the F570. I know you don't have the F570, but I can remember. So no, the F570 color. Now, if you go, people ask us all the time, you know, can I use your ink in the F170 and the F570? While technically, yes, it's the one, you know, the nozzle will fit in there. I don't recommend it. I recommend that you get Epson's ink. It is a sublimation printer. It is made to work with their sublimation ink. It is made and designed. The firmware for it is made to process that ink to where you're going to get pretty accurate colors. I will say this. I know of some people that have it and they feel like their colors could be like their colors from that printer and their 7720 night and day. So I don't know as far as like, you know, the standard of what accurate colors are, because if you're used to like your 7720, it's not going to match that, because again, the 7720, that ink is not made for it. We make it work in it, but it's not made for it. But with 570s and 170s, they are sublimation printers. Epson sells sublimation ink for those printers to match that particular firmware. So it should not be like the color should not be off. Like your teals should look teal. Hola, hey. What are they doing outside? Man. Okay, so let me go over to Silhouette Studio real quick. Share. All right. So there are little things. I need to close out some of this stuff before. Um, if you want to, you can do a class and use my printer and tell me what settings you want me to use. Ooh, that would be interesting. Okay, I'm about to get with you on that one. Ooh. All right, come on, close out. My favorite humans support my business 365 days a year. You guys truly do. Nope. I'm so happy to see people still interested in Silhouette Cameo. I thought most people were buying Cricuts. Although I have used Cricut Cameo since 2005, I thought about learning Cricut just to add it to my class. I see you stay real true to Silhouette. Well, my whole business is based around it. So I kind of have no choice. My entire business is kind of based around it. Well, it was. I am kind of, for me, so here's the thing. Like, I personally could never use Cricut. I mean, it's a lot of people who use it. It is the more popular craft machine. But for what I do, me and Cricut could never get along. Like I just did, and for me to set up, I sent it to my Roland, but to set up a print that's 30 inches in height, 18 inches wide, you could never do that with Cricut. Everything you do for print and cut. So for me, the majority of my business when I was doing customs and doing like creative type things, it was a lot of prints and a lot of print and cuts. So for centerpieces, graduation fans, memorial fans, banners, me and Cricut just we just can't not. And then as far as a cutter, I've never had an issue with how my silhouette cuts. So yeah, it's never been an appeal to me to like, oh, this is a super machine, when it comes to the Cricut. Like, no, the Silhouette Studio program is way different. And my entire business was pretty much built around teaching people Silhouette Studio because I use it so much. So although as I transition into 365 Creative Academy, SILAHOLICS Anonymous is of course going to be there. That's how people know me, but I'm my own brand now. I was doing it before and I was just like anyone else, just pretty much just a crafter. I was a stay-at-home mom. I wanted a way to talk to adults, to be honest. I wanted a way to talk to adults because I was a stay-at-home mom. I got tired of looking at MJ's face all the time, and that's the only face I saw because even worked ridiculous hours. But now I am my own brand. Like I am, honestly speaking, I am HSA. I am the professor. I am 365. Like you'll probably say it like for how many days in the year, but I guarantee you say 365, you're going to think about the professor and honestly speaking. So I'm just kind of moving away from where that's my full platform. I even let my trademark for it. Like, I didn't finish it. So, because we're rebranding for 365 Creative Academy, and just 365 Creative. So those will be the two main things. But I still will always use one. I'm going to teach it because I'm not going to use another unless I get this. I wanted the solo. I don't know what it is. Like, I mean, I don't know if I'm not doing something right to where I'm not one of those influencers that people want to just kind of give things to. I don't know if it's because I'm so honest. Even though my business is built around Silhouette Studio, I'm completely honest. And when it's crap, it's crap. If I don't like it, I voice my opinion. So I'm not sure if that's the reason why, but I really was hoping I would have gotten one of those solos to test out. But I still plan to buy one just to try it. I have a Roland and I also have a US cutter. So I have a lot of different cutters. And going into 365 Creative would allow me to teach other programs and other machines. So I'm just going to not put as much emphasis in Silhouette Studio, although my academy, because I prefer that program, like it's a lot that you can do in the program. So I will still be teaching Silhouette. Like I think it's dope. Like no support or not, it's what I gravitate towards. So I'm still going to teach it. And I think it's great for creatives to learn because it's so versatile compared to Cricut. It's your gateway program to get into graphic designing. So I'm always going to teach it. It's just not going to be my main like platform anymore. She says, right, I agree. Let's see. If we need to design something, would we pay the one-on-one fee or is it, oh, I don't need help with designing. I don't really do that anymore. I'm actually about to shut down my one-on-ones for a while because it's getting a little bit harder to like do them with all of my classes. I'm about to move into where I'm going to be doing some daytime classes and I'm looking to do in-person classes where I won't be like physically here. And I'm going to, for those who are available to attend, midday or daytime and midweek like classes, I'm going to be moving into a lot of that. So it won't leave me a lot of time for one-on-ones. Like my one-on-one schedule will be, when I say tight, it is tight. You're going to really have to plan ahead to get an appointment with me. But it all depends on like what so are you trying to get, you want to learn it as I'm trying to design it. You want me to design something. Whenever it's for me to design something, I don't do it as a one-on-one because that messes with my creativity. But if you already have kind of like something somewhat set up and you just need some help and some direction on how to bring it together, then you would book a full help, a step-by-step session when available. So yeah. Yes, the enrollment for my academy will close at the end of the year. So not right after Christmas. Well, actually January 2nd. Wait, hold on, let me look at the calendar. It's a little bit after the new year, but it will close. Yeah, January 2nd, because the 1st is a Saturday. So I won't go until like the full week of January where it'll be open. So January 2nd will be the last day. I love Silhouette Studio too, but I'm here for the expansion. Yes. I sent you a message of what it was on your personal page, on my personal page, like to my inbox. Can't wait for a live class. I will come back for that. I'm so mad. I saw that. And the crazy thing is, let me tell you how I know my city. I'm like, no one else has buildings like us. Before I even scroll, you know how you're scrolling through Facebook? I saw your name and I saw the skyline. I said, she better not be in Miami. She better not be in Miami. I scroll some more. I see South Beach. I'm like, oh my God. And then you tell me you already left. I was like, damn it. Why didn't you let me know you were in Miami, girl? Ugh. I'm so mad at you. You don't love me. You didn't want to meet me. You didn't want to see me in person. I wasn't good enough for you to come and tell me you were in Miami for you to see me in person. It's okay. I would have loved an excuse to go to South Beach. Actually, no, I'm not going to say that because if you left yesterday, I was out of it yesterday. I'm not sure how long you were here, but I was out of it yesterday. Like, I was bad. You probably had to just come and look at me and go, me and you will never part my teeth in front of my gate because I was out of it. Just out of it. I'm sorry. Next time I wanted to so bad, but with the holidays, I didn't want to buy. All right. Let's see. Can you speak about sublimation and heat pressing? What about it? I'm here to answer any questions that you have. So let me know what your specific question is, because that's a loaded question. So let me know specifically, what information you are in need of. I don't see a message. If you send it to my inbox, I don't see it. You sent it to Shakia Lavelle? Because I don't see a message here. I'm even looking in the requests. Let me look at spam. Nope. Yeah, I don't see a message, love. If you could send it again, I guess, because yeah, I don't. Oh wait, no, I see. Okay. Oh, you're wanting to add a full body. Do you have a full body? Oh, I don't draw out the whole body. I see it now. And you're like, mock up. I've searched and searched everyone online for it. Can't find it. That I'm looking for. I have a picture of a Grinch head in the hand and I like to have as a full body. Yeah, I don't design full bodies. I have a version of Grinch's body. I don't know if it's holding it, but I have a version of Grinch. I just normally don't sell. Look here. I like my coins. I'm not trying to have nobody come after my coins. We work hard for these coins and all these extra zeros behind the coins. And I don't need nobody trying to come for not one of my zeros behind my coins. So I don't typically sell files, but I do have, like, I'll make files. I'm not gonna sell like a file like that. Although I do buy from folk, I'm just not gonna do it. They can worry about their coins. If they don't care about their coins, they ain't none of my business. I'm gonna go ahead and buy your file. But I personally just cannot. I can't take that chance. I like my coins. I won't take a chance. Let me see if I can find my Grinch one though. Let's see. Would you mind explaining the price breakdown for the bachelor enrollment? So bachelor is just silhouette basics. We meet 4 times a month. We break it down piece by piece, going over the basics of silhouette, and we just take like one part of it and break it down in each class every single month. So we have 3 main classes, and then the last one is like a review and things like that. So we meet 4 times a month. The price for it, I forget what it is. It's like an enrollment fee, because once you pay that, you're getting access to all the classes that are already in there. So you have your enrollment fee, which covers the classes that are already in there that you have access to from day one, your Essential Silhouette Studio, like all that stuff. And then you pay monthly. You have 11 payments because that first month is included in your enrollment. So after that, you start paying, and you pay for 11 months for the entire program. Even if you like sign up now, you'll still, because you have to pay for the full program, you'll still continue to pay that even after September to finish out your payments, but you will only have access to this year's content. You won't go into next year's content. So you just pay the enrollment fee and then you pay the monthly fee. If you decide to pay, just make 2 payments, you're getting a 13% discount. So the 13% discount is if you add up the 11 payments and your enrollment fee, that's, I forget how much the amount is. I'm not even gonna try to remember the thing, but that's the actual cost of the program. But if you do it in 2 payments, you break it up, you're getting a 13% discount on what the total, like someone who's paying it monthly, what they will pay for the entire year, you're getting 13% of that broken up into 2 payments. If you do 1 payment, you're getting 23% off of that full in like monthly enrollment. If you add it all up, you're getting 23% off because you're making a one-time payment. So you have monthly, biannually, and a one-time payment. Silhouette is on crack. They really need to work on their design space program. Yesterday, when cutting HD6 hoodies, the system kept dropping the connection to the machine. After, that's the one thing. Like, you guys can give that up. Cricut's their platform, unless they want to completely change their platform, their brand. That's what they're built around, is having a system where it is really server based. Even though they say you can kind of be offline, you really can't. You still kind of have to be connected. They would have to create a standalone program, which is totally different than the way that it's set up now. Y'all can forget it. I doubt, like, it will. I mean, maybe now that they have gone public, maybe their shareholders will probably get on them about it. Like, they see people complaining, but they're probably like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Although it's like, it's broken, but in their mind it's not broken because people still buy Cricuts every single day. Like, I never understood that. People complain about Cricut, yet let a new machine come out, they're jumping on it. They like, it's a lot of companies like that. It's crap. You know it's crap. You complain about it, but you still give them your money. Like, I don't get it. It's just the way that people are. Like, they become a creature of habit. They get used to something, and no matter what, you know, I'm like that. I get sick and tired of McDonald's, but baby, when I want a frappe, I'm going to take my behind to McDonald's. But I doubt they're ever going to change that. And it's a cloud-based program. you cannot have that robust of a program with everyone pretty much attacking the server and they're on it at one time. So that's just the downside of it. Like, yeah, that's why for me, I could never be a Cricut person. I cannot be a slave to them. I like my freedom. Cut when I wanna. I'm not a slave to Cricut. All right, let's see. Let's wait, we're right here. Question: are you still going to eventually do maintenance fees? And so at what point? So yes, I mean after this program, after this whole year. So if there's anyone that wants to attend, I don't understand why anyone would want to do bachelor's over again. But like, if you want now, if you were in bachelor's, well, it'll still be kind of the same. So you'll have the master's program. So if you want to join next year, you can get that and then join for next, like the next semester or next, which will start in September. So it'll start in September. No, I'm sorry, it started in October, but you can sign up in September. So after that, if you want to stay and just stay with me, then you will have a lower fee because you've gone through the majority of it. So it'll just be a lower fee. And then if you were one of the first ones that were about the pilot program, I haven't sent the email yet because a lot of people hadn't reached the 6 months point as far as the maintenance fee. So if that's what you're referring to that maintenance fee, don't even worry about that. Like, not everyone has reached that 6 month point. So May, June, July, August. So it's like at the end of this month is when that changed. So you guys will see that email go out. Let's see. I definitely traveled to attend one of your in-persons. I'll definitely travel to attend one of your in-person classes. I appreciate the knowledge you've shared. It was you who introduced me to Silhouette Studio, and I've learned so much from you. Aw, thank you. How do you get bright prints with Pigment Ink? All I do is just print. It's about paper. Paper is very, very important. Paper is the most important thing, not even just the ink, the type of paper you print to. So invest in quality paper. I spend a small fortune in paper. Invest in quality paper. We will have quality paper for you. We had an issue and I just was doing so many other things to where once that issue arose, like again, that's the thing with doing this, like in importing stuff in, you're at the mercy of folk who are hundreds and thousands of miles away. Like they are way over there. So when things screw up, it's like you're stuck. So I just didn't have the energy to find a new vendor yet, but we will have paper eventually. And y'all know I'm only going to put out quality. Let's see. Let me find my Grinch. She said, you better sing, Professor. Okay, so I'm new to Sublimation. I want to start Sublimation for shirts. So what's a good brand to start with? All right. I don't have a preference. Well, not now I kind of do. I did like Team 365 because it fell in line with our brand, Team 365, but I ain't gonna lie. These Sport Tech shirts, honey, they something kind of nice. Like the Team 365, because like they were always like up here on me. Like I like the neckline of these. Like the ladies cut shirts for Team 365, I never had an issue with because it's like a V neck. But these Sport Techs, honey, these Sport Techs are honestly dope as F. Like, so right now that is my favorite, but everything is at a shortage right now. It's really hard to find shirts. It's so much so to where because I tell people about the Sport Tech now, I kind of just want to go and buy me some more cases so I can have them, because I'm gonna be mad if y'all do like those three. Like, and that's the reason why I had to switch too, because I could not find any Team 365 shirts because they were all sold out. People weren't getting them in. So right now, my favorite is Sport Tech. I did a whole video on it. I pressed and all of that. We even pressed a shirt. I think this is, wait, which one is this? One of them was pressed at the regular 365, and the other one was pressed at 325 degrees. Oh, honey, when I tell you, the paper gives what it is supposed to give. Wait, I think it's in the hallway. Hold on. Yep. So I made a mistake on this one because I was pressing vinyl, and I put it down and it was at 325, actually 324 degrees. We pressed it. I went in and I realized it was like not high enough. So I end up pushing it back down. So we end up doing like 60 seconds. Look at this. 325. So it's a slight difference, but honey, the paper gives what it's supposed to give, honey. I was like, yes. So like, even if your heat press is a little bit off, you just press that thing for 60 seconds instead of 30 seconds, and it's still gonna do what it's supposed to do, honey. But yeah, so Sports Tech is my favorite, but I don't have like I'm not married to any of them, because if they're ever not available, I need to be able to switch up real quick. So I like Team 365. Okay, let me do it this way. I'll tell you my least favorites. There are a lot of brands out there. I've tried so many. I'll tell you my least favorites. So my least favorites, Gildan. Can't stand it. Super, super thin. The way that it's woven, it's just thin. I don't like Gildan Performance. Vapor is okay, but it has a very loose weave as well. So I feel like the colors don't like stay together. It looks kind of, even if it's 100, even though it's 100%, it's like washed out. So they're not my favorite. I don't care for Cricut. Same reasons. And it's hit or miss with Cricut. Like their shirts are kind of, yeah, it's kind of weird the way their shirts are made. So Gildan can't stand. Excuse me. Vapor, although it's supposed to be like this great brand, not my favorite. Cricut, nope. Who else have I used? So that's like that. And then like the other ones are like good, you know. So I've used Port and Company. I like how Port, like for me, Port and Company is one of the only ones that I've seen that really has a shirt, like the ladies cut shirt looks like a female cut. Like it's not just a matter of it being like V-neck or kind of like the way that it's sized, like the arms. Almost every shirt that I have that is a Sublimation shirt, even though it's a ladies cut, it still has, wait, let's do it on this side. It still has a long sleeve. The Port and Co ones, they're like a sleeve like here's like what they call it. Now it's not a cap. Is that what's that called? But it's like a shorter sleeve. It's like this. So it's like to me, that's a true ladies cut shirt. So I love Port and Company, and that's actually where Sport Tech is from. Sport Tech is a port authority. So it's from Port and Company. So that's them. I like them. I love Augusta shirts, but Augusta shirts are a shiny shirt. But I like shiny shirts. To me, it makes the colors pop even more. So if you're not into shiny, don't go with Augusta, but I love Augusta because of that. The A4 is like, okay. Hanes is a really good one. Hanes is soft, but Hanes is pretty thin, but not as thin as that crap Gildan, but it's pretty good. What else do I have over there? I got a lot of shirts. Oh, I like the feel. Wifey Made Customs has some. I haven't done like a video with pressing to that yet, but I've been sitting on that box and I didn't even know it came. And I've been sitting on that box for like forever. And I have to figure out who else. I got shirts from someone else and I don't remember who it is because I don't see like a thing on the front. So I'm not sure if I ripped it off or whatever. But I got shirts. I have a whole box of shirts from like someone who's like on Facebook or whatever. And I ordered their shirts. I have no idea who it's from. And I feel horrible. But the Wifey Made ones, I just opened that box Friday. I think Friday, because I didn't know what it was. I was like, what the heck? Because I have all these boxes. I'm like, what is this box? I thought it was on my Amazon stuff. So I just opened it and I got those shirts probably almost a month ago now. So, but I like when I picked it up, I was like, oh, I like this. So I like Wifey Made shirts also. Let's see. And were you talking about shirts or were you talking about printers and heat presses? Because you asked about sublimation and pressing. I automatically went to shirts, but that's not all you can do with sublimation. I just thought about that. That probably wasn't what you were asking, huh? You were probably asking about printers and heat presses, huh? Yeah. What's a good sublimation paper? Oh, oh my gosh. You're new here. I'm just messing with you. I know that you're new here. Oh, honey. So there is this dope, 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 dope paper, right? It's been on the market for like a year and some change, right? The owners, top notch, honey. Like they know their stuff. They be in that warehouse. You place your order by 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You're gonna get your order sent out the same day. We've had folk who technically their order was packed up, ready to go, but it had not been picked up. They wanted to add a little something to it. So, you know, that guy in the fulfillment center went and opened that package up and put it in there. Like they know their stuff. They do classes and stuff like that. And then that's just the customer service part, right? So the paper, honey. Oh my gosh. Never again will you have, well, see, you're new, so you probably don't press. So from jump, you're going to start off the right way. You will not be baking and frying and basically getting a whole tan in your craft room, because you can sublimate as low as 365 degrees as fast as 30 seconds. Oh, did I not say that you actually can go a little bit lower if you go press it for a little bit longer? 320, that shirt was 325 degrees up for 60 seconds. I'm telling you, this paper is so bomb. What is it called? It's called Honestly Speaking, you know, at that brand back there. It's owned by this lovely family called the Pericles family. There is a wife, a husband, and two rambunctious little boys who think they run the company, but and then, you know, don't ask the wife about anything that happens in the warehouse because she quit. She gave her 2-second notice a couple months ago before she got fired. So don't ask her anything about what goes on in the warehouse. All she can do is stand by, you know, that's just say that that's my man. I'm going to stand by him because he the bomb.com like that. But yes, honey, honestly speaking, summation paper. And we got the dopest ink. Baby, our ink is so bomb. Everybody will tell you print on premium presentation matte. You're going to be there all day waiting for your prints to come out. You're going to waste so much ink. Our bottles are 140 milliliters, not that little 70, not that little 100, you know. We know you're going to come back anyway. So I'm going to let you go have it. You're going to get a lot of refills from it. Some people have said, like with the EcoTank ones, they purchased their first one. They purchased 2 bottles, 2 sets, and they haven't even touched the second set yet because I tell them how to save on ink. We print on plain paper, bright white. Honey, we lose no colors. You see those blacks? Girl, yes. Okay, it is honestly dope. It honestly speaks for itself. Please believe the hype. It does. It gives what it is supposed to give. Okay, so right now, shameless plug, we have a wonderful, incredible sale going on, right? Now you're new, so you may not want to like fully invest in like 3 packs, but I'm telling you, it's definitely worth it. So if you don't want to invest in a full 3 packs of like one size, come Cyber Monday, there will be where you can get like the 4-pack, like one of each size. If you are, if you have a wide format printer, there'll be an opportunity for you to buy just 2 packs. Now I no longer sell 1 pack, but you'll have to, well, my discounts will never be to buy one thing. So we're going to have a smaller pack of like ink and paper. It won't be like Black Friday, like that great discount, but you'll be able to buy ink and paper together, get a little discount on that. So if you want to wait till Cyber Monday for that, or right now, we have our paper and our ink 25% off the 3-pack. So that's like getting the 8.5 by 14 for $17. They're normally $23. And you'll get the 11 by 17 for basically $25 instead of $34 each. And that's a sale that's going on right now all the way through Saving Sunday. So you have until tomorrow to take advantage of that. Or you can come back for the Black Friday sale. I mean, for the Cyber Monday. It's smaller quantity, less of a savings. But yeah, so if you want to try it out, either go to our site today, hsink365.com, and check us out. I promise you, you won't regret it, honey. I know it's probably, they probably sent a whole bunch of stuff in these comments because I can't see them. but you won't regret it. That is our website right there. Okay. Oh, look, see, she says her paper. Honestly speaking, submission paper. Um, she's I should have just used my silhouette. um, would I recommend waiting for the next enroll? No, I mean that's a long time to not go. So if you're able to now, we've had what October and November, so it's still, and that's why I'm kind of cutting it off too, so that people are not too far behind. So if you join now, I mean, you still have those. You can watch those at any time because this is probably a good time to join because you can focus on the classes that are there in December. Because for December, I'm not doing any live like membership classes. I'm going to have a couple a la carte because for some reason, folks keep asking me to do a Tumblr class. So I'm going to end up doing like a live Tumblr class. We're going to press these Tumblrs together. We're going to wrap them. I'm going to have you wrap it. I'm going to have you unwrap it so you can get used to wrapping. So be prepared to technically, I guess, waste tape, but it's so that you can get the feel of it. And then we will wrap it again and then put it in our ovens or our Tumblr presses and stuff like that. So that's coming up in December, but if you sign up now, it'll give you time to catch up because for December, I'm not doing any classes. So if you're able to join now rather than wait all because September's a long time to not learn Silhouette Studio, honey. What are some papers that I suggest? So Koala is one that I pretty much gravitate to. Like I use that one a lot for the wide format. I have Printery, I have Printworks, which they have paper and they have what's almost like a photo paper. So I get that one from Amazon. It's on my Amazon recommendation list. So I use Printery, Printworks, Koala. It used to be Hammer Mill, but they lost their ever loving mind. And I like my Navigator Platinum. Yeah, so those are a few. I agree. I'm doing wedding invitations and I'm losing money because the machine starts to cut or transfer for depending on what I'm doing in the middle of design just randomly. Oh wow. Where to find them? Are they at Jiffy? I think Jiffy may have it, but I got mine from Shirt Bargain. Check out the video. I look for it on Honestly Speaking. It says a review of Sport Tech, and I show exactly where I got them from. Oh yeah, jerseys. I don't really care for jerseys either. That was the other one. I couldn't remember the other one. I don't like jerseys. Everyone talks about jerseys. I don't like jerseys either. Thank you for all that you do and sharing your knowledge and teaching us. Thank you so very much, Chrissy, for the super chat. Nope. I really get mine from Jiffy and Shirt Bargain. I could do Alpha Broda, but because we have a wholesale or resale certificate, but I don't. I'm a creature of habit. So I normally go to Jiffy and then I was looking for it. They didn't have it. So I end up going to Shirt Bargain to get it. But I am looking to try. I'm trying to figure out how to get on. And I want to be the person that sells those shirts. I just think that the Sport Tech shirts are bomb. So I need to figure out how to be a wholesaler for them. I told her to stand. I almost slung both of my Cricut machines out the door last night. 2 days to do 6 hoodies is ridiculous. She says, don't give Shakira a heart attack. Oh my gosh. She said, girl, they talking about that paper in them streets. Girl, no. So I'm a mess. You almost made me say something, Ms. Wood, and we got to behave on this live. I sent you a private message and a comment on Facebook. I need your husband to lead me to the right ink, paper, and cartridge for my new printer. So which printer is it? Tell me which printer, and I can tell you. I can lead you in the right direction right now. So let me know which printer you have. Why? Why y'all laughing at me? Y'all can't egg on the foolery. Yes, that's the brand of our paper, Honestly Speaking. Do you mean regular paper? Our paper is called Honestly Speaking. Yeah, that is the brand. She says, fully invest. It is the best. Oh, that rhymes. I'm going to have to steal that one, girl. Okay, so if you're getting the 80, child, where in the heck? I feel like so dyslexic right now. Where did I get 85 from? There is no 5. That is definitely a 7 right there. Lord, I don't know where I was getting 85 from, Jesus. Okay. Oh, so hold on. First, let me go over here. So this is one of the Grinches that I have. And okay, I'm going to come back because I actually did. Now that I think about it, I did put this together. But I can probably fix it to where he's holding it, but his face is a little bit different. But we're going to go over here. So when you go to our site, right up at the top, starter, sublimation, starter collections. Your printer name is right there. Workforce 7820. Boom. Everything is there. Now, right now, if you were getting that one, I would recommend going to our Black Friday deals. Well, not Black Friday, Cyber Monday deals, because the 812 cartridges and chip, well, the 812s, if you buy any 812 product, you're going to get the extra set of chips for 50% off, because with that printer, it is a single-use chip. So you're going to have to constantly change out the chips once the chip runs out. So right now, if you buy just the empty cartridges and syringes and needles, you get an extra set of chips. If you buy a set of chips, you get an extra set of chips for 50% off. You buy it with the Sublimation ink, you get an extra set of chips, 50% off. You buy it with the Pigment ink, you get an extra set. So there are 4 ways. So this is the empty cartridges, syringes. You get the extra set for 50% off. So it comes out to $105. If you get the chips, 2 sets of chips, it's $90. They're normally $60 a piece. You get this with Sublimation. It is $169. So you're getting the full kit and then an extra set of an extra set of chips. And then the Pigment ink is the same way. So that's, if you want to take advantage of that now, that deal will be gone after Sunday. Won't come back anytime soon. All right. But yeah, always at the top. Sublimation, 7840. 7820, 7840. It's right there at the top for you. Okay. Which printer is our ink for? It can literally work with any printer. It doesn't matter what ink you get. All Sublimation inks. There's a few that probably are made and mixed and distilled here in the US, but for the most part, every major brand, the popular brands that people like, we all getting them from overseas. Okay, probably even have the same vendor. Telling you the God honest truth. So they all work the same way. There's a slight difference in colors. So it works with any printer. Ideally, it's always going to be best for a Pigment ink printer, like one that's made to print Pigment ink, because of how close the colors are. This is Pigment ink. This is Sublimation ink. Dye ink looks like this. So world of difference. So with any actual Pigment ink printer, the colors are going to be more so spot on. Any EcoTank printer, you're going to need a color profile, and you're going to have to work from a program that you can put a color profile on. You cannot put a color profile on Silhouette Studio if you're using a Windows PC. Now, Macs are a little bit different because you can put color profiles no matter which program you're using when it comes to a Mac. But yeah, our ink works for everything, and all of our bottles are keyed for EcoTanks, right? So they're keyed for EcoTanks. But when I'm filling my cartridges, I don't take this off. This has saved my life so many times. So this is falling off of my high shelf, and it barely wastes out because there is a stopper in there. I'm going to see how long it takes for it to waste. See, it will take a couple of seconds before it starts to waste out. And holding it, hold on, I'm going to put this in the trash can, and boom, before I get ink everywhere. But it's not like it's just going to run out. Like if you had the top on it, that would just kind of spew out. You saw it kind of came down and drips, so you're not going to have as much wastage. So I leave that on when I'm filling my cartridges, and I just put the needle right in the top. and I can tilt it because the needle is kind of blocking it anyway. And I fill mine just like this. Watch my videos. That's how I fill my ink. So I love the fact of like how ours are. So they're all like this. Companies that have it and they have bottles and then they have an eco tank bottle, it's the same exact ink in both bottles. I don't want to see the purpose of having two bottles, but hey, that's not on my business. That's their business. But it's the same exact ink. There is no ink that's made for eco tanks specifically because it has to be pigmented. She says, I'm going to order for sure. I didn't see. Oh, hey, Jesse. Hey, Jesse. Hey, how are you? Can you confirm the website to enroll in my classes? So it is 365 Create. No, that's the new name. I'm gonna say Academy .silaholics.com, but the first week of December, it's gonna take a change. So it's going to be like you'll be able to search 365 Creative Academy to find it because I've already actually locked down the domain. So 365 Creative Academy is going to be the new name, but as of right now, academy.silaholics.com. But if you go to our site right now, so this one right here, which I have to kind of change it, this goes to the collection right here on the site. So it'll take you to our Academy classes so you can find them because you can sign up for our classes here and be able to use like, I don't know why our Sezzle is acting crazy, but we have ShopPay, we have Affirm, and that's also, you can also break it up with that. And then we have, so we have the ShopPay with that one, and you can sign up from here. You can use your rewards points on classes. You can use your gift cards on classes. And then once you buy it from here, it will connect to your Academy site. So where it says 365 Creative Academy, that's going to take you to the collection on the page. I can't click on it because I'm signed in. It's going to go to my back office. But right here where it says Silaholics Academy login, you can click on that and it'll take you right to the Academy site. That HS paper is all right. Now you write that on Facebook, they're going to get you. You're going to be in jail for saying that word. Hey, Regina. I have an Epson 7840. Do you sell everything I need? Yep. So that's the one. Just go right to there and everything is there and your stuff is on sale right now. So with that particular printer, you can print on any size paper from 8.5 by 11 all the way up to 13 inches wide. Our cargo is in the States, but we don't have it yet. So you can even print on the 13-inch wide rolls up to 47 inches long and even the 8.5-inch rolls. So we have all of that, and also the tacky sheets will be available hopefully like the first full week in December. So not next week because that's December 1st. Well, this week coming, but the week after that, we should have everything in-house to where we'll have it on the site. So yeah, you can do all the sizes. So you can either just get 11 by 17 on sale today, or if you want to wait till Cyber Monday, the full pack will be on sale, but it's with heat tape. So it's the ink and heat tape. And then, I'm sorry, the paper and heat tape. The only difference is one tray or two trays. That's literally the only difference. The 7820 has two trays. The 7820 has one tray in the front, and the 7840 has two trays in the front. They both only print 11 inches wide. So that was the major difference between the 7820, 7840, and its predecessors. And on my 7720, I can print 13 inches wide from the front. With those printers, you can only print 11 inches wide from the front. So all the other ones you have to put, like 13-inch papers, you have to put in the rear feed. As you can see, I'm trying to have a clear direction for 2021 or 2022. I have the Sawgrass shirts, Sawgrass SG500, and looking to purchase the Sawgrass 1000 Sawgrass. Yeah, no one has ink like third-party inks for those printers yet. Like everyone still has the 400 and the 800. I haven't seen anyone with it as far as the 5 and the 100. And I probably, if they do come out with it, let's say within a couple months, I probably won't carry it because I won't be able to test it. My Sawgrass, which hasn't even been set up yet, but I think the warranty starts from when I got it. I haven't hit a year yet. So as long as it's under warranty, I won't put any other inks in it. But for that one, I don't believe there is a third-party ink for it. It's only the 400 and the 800. But I hear that it lasts a really long time. Especially if you get the bigger ones, it lasts a really long time, to my understanding. I was looking into some heat presses. Do you have some that you recommend? Okay, hold on one second. You just reminded me that I have to purchase another ink set for the needles and the resetter. Should you shake your inks before filling? I don't. I'm being honest, I don't. I don't know if it makes a difference, but yeah, I normally don't. I normally pick it up, and maybe mine shakes because it's like in there, and I throw it like in a bin. So maybe me tossing it around shakes it, but I don't like purposely go like, no, I don't shake it. That creates air bubbles. So yeah, I definitely don't. Maybe do it like this, if anything, but yeah, I don't. I knew what you meant. Wasn't expecting to see you after last video. I'll need to rewatch from the beginning to get all of your gems and knowledge. You're right. The SG ink does last a long time. Let's see, what's a good printer to get now for summation? So I have a whole video about that. 1 second. There was something else I wanted to, someone asked me something, and I remember what it was. Oh, the heat presses. Okay. Sawgrass is expensive. I'm placing an order for your paper since I can't use your ink. Yeah, because that's a gel-based ink, and we sell a water-based ink. All right, so I was about to do something else though over here. And go back to this Grinch. Hold on. Oh, let me get rid of this banner too. Okay, so let me open up this one because I think the rest of them are like the pictures. I think this is the one where I was still putting it together. I had to do a 2-foot Grinch, and I had to piece that bad boy together. So I don't know. I would have to try and see if I can figure out how to do it where it's like the one holding it, because I have this body, and I think I ended up putting the G was different. I don't know. I did some changes to this, and I don't remember all the changes I did. I think that with the hat. Okay, yeah. So it had, what was the change I made on this? I don't remember. I don't remember what I did. But I know I had to recreate this for some reason. I think I took the clothes off of a different one. And what did I do with this? Oh, that's what it was. Okay. They sent me this little ugly face Grinch. I was like, him look crazy. Him look crazy. And then I think with the G, I don't remember if they had the G on there or if I did it, but like I had to break this stuff apart and do all this other stuff. So I'm pretty sure I can kind of change him up to where his hand looks like he's holding the ornament like you want. But yeah, so I took the face off of this one and then put it over here, because with this one, I forgot. I don't know. It was something. I forget what I did. Let me see. Can I ungroup that? I forget what I did. Or maybe I don't remember what I did on this. But I know it's different because you can see the difference in the neckline here and then here. I think it was something with the eyes. But yeah. Oh, yeah. This was just horrid. And the way that it was like the outline that was on it, it was something kind of weird. So yeah, I was like, nobody got time for that. So I ended up making mine a whole lot cleaner where it's up here by his face. You don't have all that other foolishness. So I could probably make it with what you're wanting. And then I think you have this face, but it doesn't have a neck. So that's the hard part because his body is tilted. So it doesn't have a neck. So I would have to try and figure that part out. But I could definitely make it hold the ornament. I just have to play around with it and then redraw out. I would have to remove this and move his hand and then redraw out the body. Or probably do it on this side because he's turned that way and make the ornament hang from this way. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But yeah, I'll have to do it that way. Okay. So let's see. Heat presses. I have to figure out what happened to my heat press video. I have no idea where it went. During SILAHOLICS Anonymous month, I did a live video about heat presses. I am not one that's ever going to really recommend like the fancier studio. It works for some people. I have an Amazon one. I got one just for teaching purposes. I haven't even turned that thing on. I'm not one where like with those types of heat presses, one, the fact that it doesn't have a stopping point on it, I really can't stand that. That would drive me nuts. I feel like it would slide all over the place. I'm not one like who really cares the fancy studio one because of the way the handle is. So I don't necessarily have like a quote unquote favorite brand. It's just certain things about the heat press, which I have to find that video. I have no idea what happened to that video. And I really broke down like all the features, the benefits of having a double handle, the cons of a single handle and it breaking, where you adjust the pressure at. Like I literally went through all that and I cannot find it. My Hotronics is one that I pined over for so long and I like it, but I don't love it. I really, really want to get a Heat Press Nation signature series. I want a Sure Pressure. I really want one of those. I used to want the Black series, I think it's called, but some people say it's not all that. So I really want a signature Sure Pressure. I want to like have the Heat Transfer Warehouse. I said Heat Press Nation. So the first was Heat Press Nation. I really want to try the Waller Press from Heat Transfer Warehouse. I'm going to probably get one of those, which Eva's going to look at me like I'm crazy. Like, what do you want with these heat presses? But I'm trying to prepare. When we open up the shop, I want like a bunch of heat presses, like all on the wall. Like I have this vision. So I want the Waller one from Heat Transfer Warehouse. I want a Galaxy, and I want one of the ones from Pro World. That's a good brand too. So I want to have a collection of heat presses, but Pro World, Heat Press Nation, Heat Transfer Warehouse, which use my links in the description of the video. I don't think I put them in this video, but I'll go back and do it. Go to my other videos. They all have good ones. I have a whole section that says heat presses, and it lists Pro World, Heat Transfer Warehouse, Heat Press Nation, like all those places installs. So, but I'm not one. If you're looking for an Amazon recommendation, I could not give you one because I don't do the Amazon ones. I've learned my lesson. And then what's a good printer? So unfortunately, yes, she says, I love my Heat Press Nation heat press. I have a signature. I have 2 signature series. Do you recommend clamshells or swing aways? She said, heat press matters. Yep. She says, wow, new nickname, Face Off. You're amazing at what you do. Yeah, I like to switch them. That's one of my favorite movies. I might watch that tonight. You may have, well, no, even wants to watch 911, but I might need to watch that. Like, yeah, that's my movie right there. Face Off. What? But what was the other one? It was, okay, so printers. Watch my video. I break down why there is really no ideal. The ideal printer was the 7710, 7720, 7210, 7610, 7620, 7110. Those were like the ideal printers. Now it is I am partial to workforces. I don't really care for eco tanks. I can't see myself paying that kind of money for a printer that does the same thing, if not actually does less than the Workforce. I don't know why people assume that they're getting free ink when it comes to the eco tanks. Honey, nothing is free. That printer does the same thing, if not less, because the resolution on a lot of these printers are way less than the cartridge-based ones. Way less. You paying for that ink, okay? That's why it costs so much. That, when you go and they're like, oh, I don't want to get it and want to forget it, cartridge free, don't have to worry about filling cartridges and changing cartridges. You got to change it, but you're showing up paying for it because that printer, like the 16600 and the 16650, $1,000, $1,124 respectively, right? 7820 right now, or 7840 for the 2 trays. You can get it. Sometimes I've seen like once or twice it was on sale for $199, but for the most part, $299, $300, right? Do you know how many chips you can buy? I mean, over time, it will probably cost more. And we're hoping that this is not going to be a forever thing. When they first came out with the chips with the 7720, well, at that time, it was the 76 series. It was a while before they got continuous ink system. Once a continuous ink system comes out, the resettable cartridges won't be too far behind it, but there is no estimated time frame for that. But with the 7820, 7840, you have to keep changing out the chips. As long as you're using plain paper setting for sublimation. Now, if you use it for regular ink, I use premium matte. It's going to go through a lot of ink, unfortunately. But it is, I like the way it prints better than like eco tanks. And then if anything ever goes wrong with the eco tank, it's really no getting your ink out. And the 16650 is a super tank. It takes a lot of ink, holds a lot of ink. So something goes wrong, you really can't get that out because you can't get to the inner tubes. So you end up losing a lot of ink, and it's not easy to fix. Some people do a bunch of print head cleanings, power cleanings. It still doesn't work once that print head is kind of shot and you really can't get to it. Workforces, push air. You can actually open it up, get into it, and it's an easier fix for Workforce. Even if you have to change out the print head part, it's still an easier fix with the Workforce printers. So I'm always partial to Workforces. It's just that the Workforce 7820, 7840, and 7310, they get a bad rep because people are spoiled by auto reset. But printers are meant to not use the same cartridges, the same chip. They're meant to have an expiration, and then you put in a new one. That's how printers have worked for forever and a day. So it gets a bad rep because of that, and you have to constantly buy them. But if you were to buy an XL set of cartridges from Epson, that's going to cost you $130. We currently have ours for $60 for the full set. So it still comes out a whole lot better than buying the Epson ones. If you are wanting wide format, I'm going to suggest the 7840, but a lot of people are getting the 8550. The gray ink serves no purpose. The gray ink is to help with black and white images for regular printing. And it changes the color gamut of lighter colors. In sublimation, it's not going to really affect it because you have to go through that sub-processing. It's heat activated. It's not going to really help it. Now, black and whites, it will, because you won't have that red tone. It'll just be a mixture of blacks and grays for black and white. So for that, but for full color, that gray is going to do nothing for your colors. Nothing whatsoever. So I'm like, ugh. And then the 15,000 was like, okay, but it's still a dye base. With all of those printers, the colors are never going to be accurate. They're going to be like the test that we did earlier. The colors are just going to be different. So it's hard for me to recommend a eco tank because I teach from Silhouette Studio. You can't put a color profile in Silhouette Studio. So I don't really like to recommend eco tanks other than the 16600 and 16650 because they are pigment ink printers. So for me, it's one of those. Either the 7820, 7840, 7310, or C7000, or Workforce 16600, 16650. Those are going to be my recommended ones since there was no more 7710s and 7720s. And do I recommend clamshell or swing away? I'm a clamshell kind of gal. I showed that in the video, or at least especially with my clamshell, because I can float it if I have a thicker material, I find that the swingaways have a lower profile than the clamshells. So I like the clamshells better. The cost of heat presses increased so much. Oh, yes, it has. We were just looking at that when I was going through yesterday about the deals and stuff. The cost of these heat presses have skyrocketed. So get a good one now. I have a ProWorld 16x20 heat press. Been doing strong since 2005. Yeah, ProWorld is a great company. Let's see. Yeah, there's only one workforce. It's the 7820, 7840. They are all the same. Like I said, the only difference between the 7820 and the 7840 is one tray versus two trays. And then the 7310 doesn't have a scanner. I recommend having a scanner because that is a way for you to make templates. Hold on. Okay, sorry. That's my mama. Like, what she called me for? It was amazing to set my workforce up because of you. Aw. You're always learning. I want to buy printer for money. What do you mean? The breast printer? Why is what $60? Wait, is my mom still on the phone? She is. Get off my phone, lady. So yeah, any other questions? I mean, you won't regret it. I mean, it's a great printer. I use it for my Pigment Ink prints. It's just that some people get frustrated with having to change out the chips, but I used to buy, like, literally used to go. I used to show on live my bag of cartridges. Before I found out about refillables, I was buying Epson cartridges all the time because all I did, you saw, I did like chip bags, centerpieces, fans, all that stuff. So I was constantly buying cartridges. So for me, I guess maybe that's why I don't see the big deal in it, is that I was buying cartridges all the time and I was spending a small fortune on cartridges, and I always print premium matte. So some people just don't like it because you have to change out the chips. But for me, it's never been an issue. I prefer workforces, and you can't go wrong with either of them. Like I said, the only difference is the two trays. So if you feel like you're going to want to have 11 by 17 in one tray and then 8.5, either 11 or 14 in another, because you have to use the rear feed for 13 by 19. If you don't need the two trays, then just go with 7820. You're going to be fine with that. It's just that it's two trays. That's it. Bien, gracias. ¿Usted? On your site shopping, quick question. Does the tape bundle include all sizes? Yes. Wait till Cyber. Well, unless you need the paper now. I don't know. Like, yeah, we kind of split up deals. So yeah. But if you purchase it early enough, if you buy paper today, Well, I can't say that. I'm not gonna put that on that man's warehouse. Let me stop that because I've done that before and I got in trouble. Because I'm like, he can technically combine the shipping if you get the Cyber Monday deal because tape will be on sale on Monday. Tape will be on sale on Monday. The bundle and the 6-inch. She says you have so much in your head that you made my hair hurt trying to learn all of this. So Monday, all of your classes will be on sale, right? Yes, all of my classes will be on sale on Monday. I can't speak for them, but I knew what you said. I'm in Miami. You got to know a little bit of Spanish living in Miami. None of them. The one that would save you is no longer manufactured. So if you want to get a eco tank, so you would get the 16600, which is $1,000, or the 16650, which is $1,124. When you set it up, definitely do like I did today. Only put a little bit of ink in there, just so you can make sure that it works and you're not wasting all of your ink. I have the 7840, but it's always losing internet connection. I have no idea because mine does. If you let it sit for too long, I don't know what it is about that one where if you let it sit idle, it will lose it and you just have to go in and reset it. I have not figured that part out yet about those, but that happens to me with mine too. If you let it sit too long, it loses its connection. I've thought about just hardwiring that one in. How does the enrollment work if you're interested in the bachelor, master, and doctorate membership? Do I just add up the monthly fee for each, or do you enroll in one? Okay, hold on one second. They're the same. One is not better than the other. It's just one tray. That's the only difference. It prints the same way, same resolution. It's just whether or not you want 2 trays and if you have the space. Some people don't like it because it becomes taller. It's a big beast because it now has 2 trays. That's the only difference. Oh, so if you don't need the paper deal, then yeah, you can wait till Monday. If you need just tape. Now for your 7840, you won't get the deal that's today. That after this weekend for the 7840, the getting that extra set of chips for 50% off, that goes away. That will not be on Monday. That is today and tomorrow only. She says, I have all of her products. Sale or not, they are bomb.com. She said, that's too much for my pockets. I'm going to get the 7840. I know that's right. That's what I said. Like, they charge a lot of money for no reason. Now my sister's calling me. They're scaring me. Oh, that one was, the joys of being an auntie. People drop your niece off whenever they feel like it. She's dropping my niece off. So I'm gonna have to get off live because my children, because yes, that is my daughter, because I have all boys. So that's like my daughter. That's my baby. My children get loud when they're together. So I might get off because if they get loud, I just got time for it. All my printers, all of my, I'm guessing it's been printers, or princesses to have as an actress. I only use the core USB. Don't have time to lose connection when printing. Oh, you only use that one. Okay, I figured you meant printer. Let's see. I'm gonna come back to yours. I didn't forget about it. Yes, we have the chips for it. And they're on sale right now. You can if you just need the chips, you already have the cartridges. It's buy one, get one 50% off right now. And that's up until Sunday. So I'm gonna go home and small business. And right here, it is a set of cartridges, extra chipset. The extra chipset is 50% off. So that's 105. If you get just 2 sets of chips, it's $90 because one set is $60. The sub ink with the extra chips is $169, and then the pigment ink is $169 as well. Chrissy? Mm-hmm. She just called. Yes, it is. It is now $50 instead of $45, but yes, it is same code, 365 Vault. It is still on sale. That's the code. All right. I didn't forget the one about the programs. Hey, wait a minute. Where are you? So where it's okay. Y'all had my kids for 2 days. She can stay over here. I was like, wait a minute. Where are you? Where Chrissy is here, ma'am. You need to come back. It should have been a whole grandma weekend. You don't need a break. So paper deal, the one that's there now, no. The deal on Monday is if you have a small format printer, yesterday and today were your days. The bundle will be on sale Monday. Yeah, the full bundle will be on sale Monday, along with tape. She says, I'm excited. Classes and tape. Yes. I have a 78-20 works great, but do you have to turn on and off occasionally when it lose? Yeah, that's they're the same. The 78-20 and 74 are the same. They lose connection. She says, I need everything to connect to convert my 78-40. Oh, you're still y'all still putting up lights. Y'all want to come put up ours? We're supposed to be doing the tree tonight, but we're gonna probably do it tomorrow after competition. Okay, so let's go over here to my classes, right? Oh, wait, wrong one. Yes, that's the wrong one. Let's go home. Let's scroll on down to the classes. All right, let's break it wrong way. There we go. Oh, and let's get rid of this. My memberships will not be on sale. You had to get it when it was on sale when we first launched. When we did the full on launch, they will not go back on sale. So memberships, don't look for those to be on sale. You missed the sale. Okay, so what was the question? It was to break it down fully, I forget, or was it just about bachelor's program? All right. Oh, to break down the prices. So here is bachelor's, right? 1 year enrollment. It's with monthly payments. It is $125 to enroll because you get access to Silhouette. You get access like immediately to Essentials to Silhouette Studio, Essentials to Silhouette Studio, the Tracing Masterclass, Text Effects, and something else. I forget what it is. I think that's it. Yeah. So you immediately get access to that, and you have access to all of the sessions that we've done. So you'll get access to the 8 sessions. You'll also automatically get access to my exclusive group. I do live videos in my Facebook group on Mondays and Wednesdays, or every other Monday and Wednesday. And we have had some exclusive Watch Me Works. Like I only do it for Academy members. So that 125 gets you immediate access to all of that. I teach my classes. Oh, there it is. So Essential Silhouette Studio, Text Effects, and the Tracing Masterclass isn't. No, I think I added the Tracing Masterclass to this, so that might be in here too. So then it's $45 per month after that. So it's 11 payments of $45 a month. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up the calculator. So if we go 45 times 11 plus 125, so the total program, $620. That is how much, if you're on the monthly, by the time you're done, you're going to pay $620 to learn Silhouette Studio, top to bottom, in and out, around the corner, through the woods, all that good jazz. Now, if you choose the one-time payment, you're saving 23%. Oh wait, why does it say 510? What did I do wrong? Why does it say 510? Because that's wrong. Why does it say 510? Because 45, did I do my 45 times 11 is 495 plus 125. Why does it say 510? Why do I have that there? I don't know. No, because that's not even that. Okay, I don't even know why 510 is there. That's kind of weird because it's actually 6 something. I got to go change that. So if you do the one-time payment, it is 23% off. It's probably actually really more than that because that's wrong. I don't know why it's wrong like that, but anywho, $398 one-time payment. All you have to pay. You're in it for the year, locked in. Or you can do 2 payments. Again, why is this? Well, it's going to, of course, say 510, but I don't know why it says that. So then, unless, what was different on this one? I don't know now. Why did I put 510 there? I don't remember now. But it's actually 620. And so then 2 payments, you're saving 12% because you'll make 2 payments of $225. One now, one in 6 months, and then you'll be done with it. So you're still saving. Technically, you're saving a whole lot more than that because, oh, I never changed it when it was on sale. That's why. When the enrollment was on sale, I was like, wait a minute, why is that like that? That's not right. I went to I went to Miami Park. They taught me math in Miami Park. I'm like, what? But that was from when it was on, when the membership was on sale. So hold on. Bachelors. And let's change that to 620. So it's actually a little bit more, so I'm not going to change this part. Damn Lord. Let's see. We're going to go here. And this is 620. And 1 year, saving off of 620. That's why. From when it was on sale, when we first launched, their total payment was like 510 if they signed up back then. That's why. So now this says like 56% off of this one. And then this says, why didn't you change? Oh, 36. And then this says 64, but it's really not because it's only the one payment. It's actually less than that. So yeah, there you go. So that's how bachelor's works. Then all the others are pretty much the same way. Masters. Oh, so bachelor's really covers Silhouette Studio at its core, the basics of Silhouette Studio. We have 4 sessions a month. We have 3, like where, we let's take it. Well, that's overboard, not slow. I'm always trying to make a song for something, but that song didn't go. But we go through it like really slow. For like newbies and stuff like that, you're able to share your screen. We go through things a couple times, and we literally break it down. And then the last session of the month is like a review session because it's a lot of information. So make sure that you guys can understand it. And we do a review session at the end of the month. With masters, you get access to the bachelors, but then you get 2 master designs. So like we go through learning to how to design different things, like really intricate things. And like the sports one was a lot, in that one. This one for Christmas, we kind of took it back a little bit. I realized like I can't like jump. Like for sports, I really jumped. Masters, we also did the switch up. So that was a part of the master's program. So you didn't have to pay for it when I had that class. But the last session we just did, it was still a great session because I took designs that were already there. Like, sometimes people are intimidated. They'll see design and think like it's very complicated to make. And I showed them how to break down, how to look at something and take inspiration from it and how to break that down to recreate it yourself. So that's what we did our last master session. So there's always 2 master sessions per month where we really work on like a full-on design or really, really like going past the basics. And that has the same thing. So you have one year enrollment. Why is that one on top? One-time payments on top. I have no idea why. So let's go down here with payments. I don't know why it switched it up, but this is $135, but your monthly payments are $60 because you get access to bachelor's, but you also get access to the master's program, and then the master session and everything else with it. So that comes out to 60 times 11 plus 135, I think it is. Yeah. So $795 is what that entire program is. But if you do the one-time payment, you get it for $590. You do the 2 payments, it is $345. So that's $690 that you're paying for it. Which, oh wait, oh, that's $590. You save an extra $100 when you do a one-time payment versus the 2 payments. So that's masters. Then we have I'm going to go back like this because for some reason I'm not showing at the bottom. There is a thing called the creative business. You can join creative business just by itself. And that's when we have website sessions, profit by the numbers, business chats. We have 4 sessions per month with the creative business. And then that one on here, you can only do the one time only because of the way that it's set up. But on the Academy site, there is an option to break it up into payments. The one time, the 2 payments or the monthly. Is just that the way this is, because I don't have other things that I can put codes on. On here, it's only a one time, and that's the $615. But the actual program is $800, so you can break it up on the website. There are some exciting things coming for January. I was kind of getting a feel for the people there. There are some exciting things. There's only a handful of people who I've talked to who knows what's coming up. I don't know if Miss Wood is on here. So she knows what's coming up. Jamila knows, I think. There's a handful of people that know what's coming up for 2022. Y'all want to get in when you fit in, okay? So this is a program by itself. But then if you do my doctorate program, it includes all 3 programs: bachelor's, master's, and creative business. And it's broken up the same way. An enrollment fee if you're doing monthly, 2 payments, or 1 payment. So you're saving if you do the 1 payment or the 2 payments. Hopefully that broke that down and cleared that up for you. So yeah, those are the programs. Let's see. There was another one that I needed to answer, I think. No, I may have answered everything. I think. So hopefully she's on. Hopefully that answers your question. All right. I'm actually surprised. They aren't being loud right now. I'm not sure what they're doing in there. You are very welcome. You are welcome. And then it almost went out too because you had a UPS one, but then something happened and he couldn't go. So you almost got all 3 of your orders today because even though it came after 3 o'clock. But what happened? Something happened and then we end up missing the window to get to UPS. Oh, we saw they closed early. That's what it was. They closed early today. Okay, so let me ask you a question. Which printers do you have? Because you purchased 2 totally different sets. Which printer? Because you asked me about a chip resetter. Chip resetter does not work for the 7820 and 7840. But then I saw that you ordered the kit for it. It doesn't work for that. It only works for the 7710 and all the other 9-pen cartridges or chips, but it doesn't work for the new one. So, yeah. The template vault, under template vault. If you go to if you just search template or just search vault, come up. Or if you go to HS Ink Digital, because that's what it is, all my digital files, it's there as well. What are some absolutes I hope this template is in there. Other than all over shirts. Everyone asked that, but like I told you guys, I have so many different types of shirts, and I don't really care to do the one size shirts, like one size templates. So for me, for templates that I have, and I'll put, of course, share them, I only have the templates for the shirts that I've actually used and made all over shirts for. So I have not done sports tech. So eventually I'll probably have a sports tech template in there, but I have mine for the what do people call Team 365 shirts. I think I might have one of the sizes for Cricut, but those I did like the ones that I have made. So I haven't had a need to do one for all of them yet. Oh, okay. Okay, perfect. It should work for the 3540. That is no longer available. If you find it, someone's going to probably charge you an arm and a leg because, someone's going to probably charge you an arm and a leg because it's no longer manufactured. That printer is no longer in their rotation. They're not making any more of them. So you're going to buy it used, or you're going to buy it from a third party, and they're going to charge you arm and a leg. And then it's a crapshoot to where people have to scam people, saying they have it, and then they don't get anything. They run off with their money. The 7210, which is the one that doesn't have the scanner, there were quite a few people that said they got theirs off of Amazon. It was still, of course, a little bit more, more pricier than the retail cost because it's a markup, because it's a hot commodity. But at this point, I'm like, I really don't trust anyone that says that. Well, I can't say that because we have one. So I can't say I wouldn't trust anyone that has it, anyone that wasn't me. So I don't know. But some people say they have found them. So you have to look, but you're not going to find them on any like regular retail store or from Epson because they just simply don't sell. They don't manufacture them anymore. Yeah, I don't do templates really for all over shirts because all shirts are different. All shirts are different the way the arms are. So I teach a class on how to create your own template and know how to do that, and more so from Silhouette Studio. I don't teach that from any other program. So I only have templates for the shirts that I use. So for the most part, and like in the middle, you should be okay. It's kind of like general. You have to really worry about the sleeves and maybe add extra on to the sleeves so that it doesn't kind of cut it off. The middle part probably pretty much will fit any shirt. It's just like the length and the sleeves. But I only have templates for the shirts that I have personally put all over designs on because I make them specifically for those shirts. I sub with my 3540 many years ago. Just life happened and just put it away because of your videos. I pulled it out and then brought the 7840. Okay. Any other templates that you guys are... I know that I'm going to do a stocking. So my stocking one will be in there because I'm going to do that one. I have day 2, December 2nd is my day for 25 Days of Craftsman. If you guys don't know, this is a 3rd year. It was the brainchild of Gucci from I Teach Crafts, or Gucci Crafts. But I am, we kind of planned it out. It was her idea, her brainchild, her baby. She set it up. And then I was like one of the first ones that came on board, and we both kind of really maintained the channel. Although all the people that are on there should really maintain it, but it was her brainchild. We kind of always kick it off. She normally does day 1. I've done day 2. It's been that way for the past 3 years. And I always try to let other people pick days first. 'Cause I'm like, I can fill in wherever, because I work from home, but it always works out to where Gucci has day 1. I have day 2. So December 2nd is my day. And this time I'm not mixed in. Normally I have a day in the middle, but I don't this time. I don't have a day in the middle of the month. So to catch me, I'm only on the 2nd, and I finally got a weekend though. I have the 4th. So I have December 4th is my 2nd day. So the DIY Crafting Network is what she kind of started. It started off, it said the channel used to be 25 Days of Craftmas, but we wanted to be able to keep it up. So I post videos and stuff like that all the time. Ebony will post things. Look, someone just posted a free font. So it's the DIY Crafting Network. It's 25 days of Craftmas. We have a lot of ladies that are on board, and we have so many different crafts. Like there's so many different talents and so many different creatives within this group of people. And for 25 days, there's going to be a different live video. They are all at different times because we all have different schedules. So it's all at different times. The calendar should be out, if not tomorrow, definitely on Monday. At least like the first week. If it's not already out, I'm not sure. Oh, well, she's probably not, because I know I didn't tell her what I was doing. And I'm probably gonna get cussed out. I'm probably gonna get fussed at because I'm day 2 and I haven't sent my logo or what I'm doing. So yeah. Don't beat me up, Gucci. So yeah, so there are some things here in like Santa sacks. Ooh, those are cute, Retisha. Those are cute. Ooh, a candy apple. That is also from Miss Retisha. Ooh, I like the little effect on there, girl. I don't know which one. When I tell you, her popcorn video still pushes numbers. Her popcorn video was something kind of nice. And I don't know which one she's going to do this year. So yeah, definitely support and go over to DIY Crafting Network. Make sure you guys just like the page and keep up with it and follow it so that you can see the calendar. We're going to put everything as events, so you can always go back to the events tab and see who's on deck for what day. But I know I have the 2nd and the 4th. What type of crafts would you guys like to see me do for 25 days of Craftmas? What are the best classes for newbies if you don't do a membership? So to do what though, especially if you have a small press and printer? I don't really have specific sublimation classes. That is something that I'm trying to work into the fold. My Sublimation Seminar is great for that. I do a lot of live videos. So when it comes to just demonstrations of what you can do with a small printer and a small press, just watching my lives will help. My classes, like my platform is not so much, or my classes, as far as going into details with that, is not so much like the actual hands-on part of it, unless I do an actual class to really break it down. My main focus is teaching you guys graphic design so that you can be free as a bird with how you design in Silhouette Studio. And then I'm going to also have some more things for like Photoshop and things like that. I don't really use Photoshop for creating like designs. My girl Shannon from Innate Labs, she does that. I use Photoshop like my thumbnails, things like that, like for business stuff. I don't really do like my creative designing in Photoshop, and I use Illustrator more so just for my rolling, but I mainly use Silhouette Studio. I do a lot in Silhouette Studio. So I don't really have a lot of like just sublimation ones. I've been asked like 30 million times to do a Tumblr. So I will be doing a Tumblr one. And I thought about doing some more like hands-on sublimation one for December, because I'm not doing any membership ones. It's going to kind of give them a time to catch up and really practice the things that we have done over the past like 2 months. And then also a break for me. So once the kids are out of school, I don't plan to do any classes. I'll still do my live videos because they're going to drive me crazy for 2 weeks, but I don't plan to do any classes, just to make sure that I'm freed up for time. And because they're here, they always complain when I can't put them to bed and read bedtime stories because they like how I read stories. So once they are on Christmas break, I won't be doing any classes. So I'm trying to get these classes in for the beginning of December for mainly sublimation. So be on the lookout for that. It'll just be like sub stuff. Actually, no, not just sub. I feel really weird in the fact that I have not done a class other than during SILAHOLICS Anonymous month. I did do the full live video for party favors, but I didn't do a party favors or like Pigment Ink class this year. So I want to try and squeeze one of those in too. But if you just want to learn design, Essentials to Silhouette Studio, best one. The Sublimation Seminar really breaks down sublimation. understanding colors. I show you my technique to do a full wrap mug. Yeah, I really don't have like any like specific ones because I do all that on live. I mean, I've done keychains, socks, masks, plaques, awards, acrylic keychains. I've done so many things. Like just watch I don't do tutorials. That's the one thing that I have come to realize. I don't do tutorials. I teach. So even my YouTube videos at this point, they're mini classes. I go live and it's a mini class. I don't do tutorials. Tutorials are edited. It's broken down. Okay, you get like a little sprinkle here. I'm going to give you the full nitty gritty. And we go on there. The heat press is on. I explain everything to you. So just following Honestly Speaking YouTube channel. So I'm not sure if you're on Honestly Speaking or SILAHOLICS Anonymous. But if you just follow Honestly Speaking's YouTube channel, you're going to have classes galore in there. Oh, yes. I blocked them, though. And make sure we block that one again because I like did somehow creep back up in there. All right. Definitely need that. I brought the business edition and have no clue what I'm doing. Oh, that's what it was. Thank you. I know what it was. Right. So right before I go, I'm going to go back over here. And so someone was asking, when it comes to like designer edition, right? I'm going to take this and go back down to, I'm in business. So I'm going to go to designer. Well, actually, no, I'm going to go down to the basic version. So with designer edition, the main thing really is like when people go to that one is to be able to open up SVGs. That's like the main feature of getting designer edition is the ability to open up SVGs and PDFs. Main part of it. Then there are little small things that you can do. The properties dropper, one of my favorites. Before for version 4, you used to have designer edition to change the size and to deselect auto apply for the knife and the eraser. Now that's a part of standard. So you can't really count that one. Crosshairs. Most people don't like to use them, but you don't get crosshairs in this one. So I'm hitting H, is nothing coming up. If you watch my video on annoying but useful, crosshairs really come in handy. Then you also don't get center of rotation. It's annoying to some people. I happen to love it. It's my best friend. So you don't get that in the free version. The free version, you don't get center of rotation. So yeah, see, it doesn't pop up. But when I go to what's name, you'll see it. So you don't get I think Designer Edition Plus has flexi shapes. So over here, not much really changes. You still have like edit points. Tracing is pretty much the same. You do get magnet trace and like outline. Never used. Oh no, trace by color and magnet. Trace by color I occasionally use, but not very often. I'm normally doing like a regular trace. Magnet trace I don't use. They try to be like the magic wand. It sucks. It's horrible. So that's that. And then you have like under fonts, you end up getting the glyph guide. So that's helpful. Then you have nesting, which isn't here. You'll end up getting rhinestones. And really that's it. Like it's not a whole lot. It's like some hidden things that you probably don't even know that you need it until you watch one of my videos. So now I'm going to go up to Designer Edition. So you'll see that this side changes a little bit. So on this side, the only difference is lasso. And I barely use that. I think is the notes in regular. I don't remember. I don't remember if the notes is there. So yeah. Oh yeah. Notes is still there. So the only thing that changes is lasso. And I don't even use that. Like it's kind of pointless to use it. I just show my students that it's just really not worth it. So yeah, that's the only thing that changes is the lasso tool over here. That's it. Oh no, I'm sorry. And the properties dropper. Properties dropper, my best friend. My best friend. It copies the whole properties for text, for backgrounds, like all kind of good stuff. So that's one of my best. And then like now, if I hit O on my keyboard, I get the center of rotation. Like this, it really isn't, it's not a wow factor. But if I wanted to get something like, let's say I wanted to make sure that I rotated this to where the heat was right on this line, I'm going to put that there. I'm going to move my center of rotation down to right here and then bring that like that. Boom. Okay. And then my crosshairs, you hit H, you get these little things here. It really does help you with lining things up. We want to put stuff like back to back, or if they're not like by each other. In 4.4, it's not as important because they have smart snapping, but crosshairs, one of my faves. I don't know if you get grid lines in the free version, but if I go over here, you got the grid lines and your crosshairs. Oh, you get rulers. Rulers are not in the free version. So that's another added bonus. So it's like little small things that you would probably feel like they should be standard, but they're not. So with getting it. So it's not really a big learning curve from the free version to designer, because tracing works the same. Image effects works the same. So under image effects, you do get another one. You get the shadow tool, which you can do that in the free version. Just do offset, fill it with color, take down the transparency. This does it in one step for you. You still get all these image effects. We just did image effects. I don't know if any students on here working with image effects. Dope as all get out. That was an awesome class. We just did image effects 2 weeks ago. Yeah. And so then under the fonts, you see, you now get the glyph guide. So that's different. Nothing changes here. Nothing change. No, with replicate, you get the object to path. I don't think that's in the free version. That's about it. Nothing changes with modify. Nothing changes with offset. The puzzle. These are all curios functions. You get nesting, which I used to love that a lot. Not so much now. You have the sketch. And then you have the warp tool, which is not in there. It's not beneficial until you get to Designer Plus or Business, because it has the cone warp. The warp that's in there, not really that beneficial. Then you have layers, also not very beneficial because it doesn't have pictures. It has words, and it's not like words that really describe. It's like group, polygon, line, text. It's not really worth it. And then you have rhinestones. So that's pretty cool to be able to have rhinestones. And that's really it. Like, seriously, that's really all there is to. So there's no difference as far as a learning curve for designer compared to business. It's tools to make your life a little bit easier as you're navigating around the screen. I do agree that's how I've been getting along so far. Okay. Definitely need that. I brought the business dish. Okay, yeah, so I did that. Okay, so yeah. All right, y'all. As you can see, Zion Imani, you probably hear, is a little upset. I don't know what's going on with him. I'm going to hang out with them. It's 7 o'clock. Been on for 2 hours. So good amount of time. Hung out with y'all for 2 hours. I don't hear them playing video games anymore, so it's safe for me to leave out of my room. I have competition tomorrow, so I won't see you guys tomorrow unless I'm like writing and just talking. And I will see you guys on Monday. The sale ends at 11:59 p.m. on Sunday, and the new store starts 8 a.m. on Monday. I will, of course, be live. And I feel so bad because I've actually known for quite some time, and I haven't done a video because I've been so busy. The very, very fancy Samantha font is now exclusively on Creative Fabrica. You're not going to be able to find it on Mighty Deals. I have to go in there and change all of my links for that, but it's now on Creative Fabrica. You can buy it there. And if you have the subscription, you're going to get that $75 font included in your subscription. So it's our whole font family. So Samantha font is now on Creative Fabrica. Alrighty, and I need to go. I don't think I took my medicine, which means, it's just more so for the headache. I need to go take my headache's going to come back if I don't take my Advil and my Tylenol. All right. So thank you guys so very much for joining me. Until next time, have a great one. Continue to unlock your creativity, be incredible, and don't forget about our small business and Saving Sunday sales all weekend long, head over to the website, hsink365.com. hsink365.com to take advantage of all of our deals. All right, guys, until next time, peace.